Before we get started, I just wanted to let you guys know that tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be doing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Endgame Tournament versus Ben the Nub. Come play tonight on this channel at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a very fun time and a great tournament. I hope to see all of you guys there. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy the video. How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC leak discussion video. In today's video, we are actually going to be taking a look at a leak that has really been gaining a lot of traction recently, as a bunch of different YouTubers have been picking this information up and have been starting to talk about it, as a lot of people believe this could actually be real. However, guys, as always, and I cannot stress this enough, just because this leak may actually have some kind of credibility, that does not mean that it is going to end up being 100% real, so make sure you guys take it with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. If you guys would like to read along while I talk, you can find a link to the original post in the description bar down below, and now, with all that out of the way, I have to tell you guys where I got all this information from. So guys, this leak was sent in to me by one of my subscribers on my Discord server, so if you guys haven't already joined up, you can find a link to my Discord as well as links to all of my other social media presences, such as my Twitter and Patreon, in the description bar down below, as well as the pinned comment. Also guys, I do apologize if the audio sounds a little bit weird, as I've recently just moved apartments, and I'm now in an apartment where I have my very own office space, so I'm currently working it out, so please just bear with it for right now, and I promise that I am gonna get this office completely set up, and then hopefully it should start to sound a little bit better. However guys, with all of that out of the way, let's go and take a look at this brand new leak. So guys, the first article that we are going to go ahead and take a look at comes from comicbook.com, and it is titled, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Final 2 DLC Characters Possibly Revealed. It starts by saying, today, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's second DLC character, Hero, the protagonist from Dragon Quest XI, released onto Nintendo Switch, which means Banjo-Kazooie is up next. That said, who's after Banjo and his bird friend? Well, we still don't know. Nintendo hasn't divulged or even hinted who the last two DLC characters could be. However, a leak may have revealed the pair for it. So, who's possibly joining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's massive roster? The Doomslayer and a character from Monster Hunter, that's who. Back in December, a poster over on 4chan suggested that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate would add Banjo-Kazooie, a Dragon Quest hero, a Monster Hunter character, and the Doomslayer to the mix. And as you well know, so far the user is right. Both a Dragon Quest character and Banjo-Kazooie have been released / announced. Now, this could have been a lucky guess, but that's an awfully lucky guess, especially when you consider the user also predicted the Dragon Quest character would have alternate skins of different Dragon Quest heroes. In other words, it doesn't really seem like a guess. That said, if the user is right, and so far they have been, then Doomslayer and a Monster Hunter character with male and female options that wear different armors are the last two remaining characters. Of course, take this with a grain of salt, but it's perhaps the best leak we've gotten yet. Again, maybe this 4chan user is just the luckiest guesser of all time. I want to believe otherwise, but then I think about the Doomslayer being in the game and I stop believing. I really can't see the character in the platform fighter, but we'll see. Crazier things have happened. I mean, heck, Microsoft somehow convinced Nintendo to put Banjo-Kazooie in the game. So now that we've gone over the entire post, let's talk about it a little bit. So guys, the first thing that I wanted to go ahead and talk about is that the original 4chan post that this is based off of was actually removed. Now, I'm not exactly sure how 4chan works with how they delete their posts and stuff like that, but I do know that unless a post is deleted, you can actually find the post that was based on somewhere in the archives, and it should be viewable forever. Now, this is not the first instance that we've seen of Nintendo deleting different posts that they didn't like. I believe they started taking down posts about the ESRB leak for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, so if this does end up being a real leak, it would make sense if they decided to delete it. However, one of the arguments against this is that, to my knowledge, I do not believe that they deleted the Ken leak, which ended up being real. Now, if you guys didn't know what that leak was, basically, there was an image of Ivysaur, Pichu, Ken, and Pac-Man, and it was in the beta version of the game, so we got to see Ken's character model before he was officially announced, and that wasn't actually removed, so who knows. However, if this does end up being credible information, it would make all the sense in the world if Nintendo decided to take it down. Now, another thing that I wanted to go ahead and talk about was that this guy actually predicted that we would be getting different ults for the Dragon Quest hero in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, if you guys have been following the channel before Erdrick and Banjo-Kazooie were officially announced at Nintendo's E3, lots of people believed that we were going to end up seeing a Dragon Quest hero in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. However, it was heavily debated that we were either going to get Erdrick, who is the protagonist of Dragon Quest 3, or the Luminary, who is the protagonist of Dragon Quest 11. However, this guy correctly stated that we would be getting more than one character costume, and although, like, to a lot of people, this may not make a lot of sense and may not actually give this guy credibility, personally, I actually do believe it does. I mean, when you look at it, that was something that was kind of unpredictable, especially because, once again, everyone thought we were either getting Erdrick or the Luminary. That is something to point out, and although it might not mean anything, it could mean that this guy actually has some kind of credibility. So now let's go ahead and talk about what everybody is here for, being the characters. Now, first of all, let's go ahead and talk about Doom Guy, because trust me guys, this character is one that has been heavily rumored for an extremely long time now, and is one of the characters that now, personally, I really want to see in the game. Now, I know to a lot of people, seeing Doom Guys in Smash is probably something that a lot of people are like, I don't think he'd really fit in, as he comes from an M-rated game, but guys, everybody was thinking the same thing about Solid Snake and Cloud, and even Bayonetta in some cases, because all of those characters besides Cloud are from M-rated game franchises, but I mean, they ended up making it in just because these characters are extremely popular and iconic. Now, if you don't know about Doom Guy, he is from a series named Doom, and there are actually 2 Doom games on the Nintendo Switch, being both Doom as well as Doom Eternal. Now, if you guys don't know what those games are, I'd highly recommend going ahead and checking out some of the gameplay if you don't mind, like, the gory stuff, because trust me, Doom is very gory, but this is an extremely popular franchise. Now, one of the things I want to go ahead and talk about really quickly in terms of the Doom Guy's chances are that he actually has a very strong chance, because Doom was actually the first game franchise to really popularize the first-person shooter genre. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, think about games like Halo as well as Call of Duty, because both of those games have taken a ton of inspiration from Doom over the years, and although Doom may not be as popular as either of those games, Doom still has an amazingly popular fan base that falls behind it, and people would love to see him in the game. Now yes, the Doom franchise is rated M because there's a ton of blood and gore, Doom Guy like saws people in half, and also there's a ton of graphic language, but guys, just because he's from a rated M game, we know for a fact that doesn't mean he can't make it in. I mean, Snake's from an M-rated game, and so is Bayonetta, so I definitely think that if Nintendo and Sakurai really wanted Doom Guy in the game, all they'd have to do is make him a little bit more kid-friendly, and honestly, it wouldn't be that difficult, because once again, guys, it should be pretty easy to do, as we've already seen with Snake especially. So now let's go ahead and talk about the Monster Hunter character. Now, I know once again that this is one of those characters that has been widely talked about for a very long time now, and honestly, it's one of the characters that I think actually has a very strong chance of making it into the game. Now, if you guys weren't already aware, Monster Hunter is an extremely popular franchise. Now, yeah, it's not as popular as Mario or Zelda, but Monster Hunter is still so popular that it was actually nominated for Game of the Year in 2018, so obviously, yeah, Monster Hunter is a popular game. Not only that, but we actually have Monster Hunter stuff in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate already. The boss Rathalos as well as the assist trophy Rathalos are both from Monster Hunter, and I believe we also have a couple of Monster Hunter spirits, so now the door is open for a Monster Hunter character to come to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so I would be absolutely shocked if we didn't see a Monster Hunter character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at some point. Now, yeah, I do understand that one of the biggest arguments against Monster Hunter is that Monster Hunter is a customizable character, so trying to work around that and make your Monster Hunter character in Smash completely customizable may be a little bit hard, but I think that Sakurai and his team are talented enough to the point where they should be able to make sure that this character works the best possible way just in a default moveset. Sakurai has done amazing things with other characters before, so I definitely think that the Monster Hunter character would be absolutely amazing if Sakurai took the time to work on him. However, guys, with all of that being said, do I believe that this leak is real? Honestly, guys, I'm not sure if this leak itself is actually real, but considering that the Monster Hunter as well as Doomguy are extremely popular characters from iconic games, yeah, I definitely think they both have a very strong shot of making it into the game. We already got our fan service character with Banjo-Kazooie, we already got Cloud, we already got the character that's extremely popular over in Japan, so why not add these two characters in? I think they'd fit in right at home alongside the rest of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate cast, so now it's just basically a waiting game. However, guys, I think that even though this leak may or may not be true, I think these two characters are definitely going to be making it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at one point or another. However, guys, with all of that being said, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments section down below. Do you guys believe that these two characters are coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, or do you guys think that they don't have any chance at all? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.